On this episode, I'm bringing you a lasagna. Not the lasagna you know and love. We go in Caribbean style with this lasagna. We're going straight to Puerto Rico. We're gonna create for you guys what is called a pastelón, sometimes referred to as piñón. But I'm gonna create my own version of this. It's gonna be nice and it's gonna be oh so delicious. I'm Chef Winston and welcome to Floribbean cuisine. Let's get cooking. Now, this dish, this pastelón, it's referred to as a Puerto Rican lasagna. The pastelón, this has sweet plantains layered with seasoned meat, cheese, and it's baked in the oven. And once it's come together, it's a nice, beautiful, good-feeling dish. I've had it two ways. I've had Santo Dominican way of doing this, and I've also had the Puerto Rican way of doing this. Both of them very similar, both of them very, very tasty. But on this episode, I'm gonna bring you my version, my Floribbean style. You know, I always gotta put a little twist to when I'm doing my things. This, by all means, is not gonna be a classical way of doing this here that you would get in Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic, but with my little twist, you guys gonna enjoy this. It's gonna be tasty, colorful, with a little bit of zest. Puerto Rico, I love that island. Of course, it's part of the United States. This particular place here, oh my gosh. When I was younger, I used to go to Puerto Rico all the time with my mom. When we was going over there to do some school shopping, I used to go to Santurce, Mayabuón, Rio Pedra, those cities over there like that. Beautiful, beautiful island. This is actually from the Virgin Islands. It's about 40 miles east. Is it east? I think it's east of to the Virgin Islands. If you haven't been there, you got to check it out. The cuisine is phenomenal, and I'm gonna be sharing this with you guys. And of course, the plantains. What's in this dish? We're gonna have ripe plantains, and if you want to know how ripe your plantains can go, you can check out my video when I was making my plantain pound cake. That recipe right there was explaining the different stages of how ripe the plantain goes from green to sweet, starchy to sweet. Check that video out. You'll learn and understand what I'm talking about. So this dish, we're gonna layer plantains, we're gonna fry them up. If you look at these plantains that I have right here, they're nice, ripe, and they're in the sweet sector. Got all of this beautiful stuff here. Oh, I'm gonna be putting spinach in mine, that's right. We got cheeses, we got turkey. We could use beef. It's usually traditionally used with beef, but I'm gonna use turkey, a little healthier version of this. We got herbs, we got peppers. Listen, stay tuned, let's get to this. So for the plantains, what you wanna do, you basically wanna cut the tips off of the bananas, the plantains that is, not bananas. I've got 4 of them here. And the easiest way to manage this with the slicing, I like to cut these in half, screw down, and peel the plantains. See how easily this comes apart? Just like that. So I've got 4 of them, and I'm gonna do them exactly the same way. Once the plantains are all peeled, see I cut them all in half. Be careful, get you a sharp knife. You're gonna start slicing these the long way, just like this. On one half, you'll probably get about 4 slices like that. Just like this right here. They're very slippery, so be careful it doesn't slip on you and end up cutting yourself. Here's another great tip when slicing your plantains. As plantains, of course, they're round and they can slide on you, and plantains, once they're ripe, they got this slippery texture. So what you could do, before you start slicing them, you can create a small little base so it's flat. See that? And then you can easily go down and it's not moving on you. And that's another safe way where you can slice these plantains. Another cooking tip there for you. So now that the plantains are all sliced, we're gonna start frying them. We're gonna put them in some hot oil and start getting them nice and golden brown. This is the golden brown color that we're looking for. Beautiful. Yes, just like that. We're gonna drain these by taking the plantain skins and we're gonna line these with paper towel, just like this. And we're gonna put the cooked plantains on here to start draining. Yes, beautiful color. You're cooking it, getting a nice sweetness out of it. Now that they're all fried up, they're ready to set on the side, we're gonna jump on the second part. Time to start cooking the fillings. Start building this masterpiece. We got some peppers, onions, garlic, some fresh thyme, some parsley, and we got the ground beef. What we're gonna start doing, we're gonna start dicing our bell peppers, our onions, and we're gonna start sauteing that. That's a small dice, rough chop of this stuff. Putting some color in here. Red pepper, green pepper, we got some onions. So let me get this all cut up and we'll be right back. Now, into the same pan that we cooked the plantains in, we're gonna add some onions, the red and green peppers, start sauteing this, and some garlic. A little bit of salt and pepper just to season it up a little bit. Perfect. Let us cook for about, get translucent for about, 3 to 4 minutes. Smelling good. Yes. Now following behind this, we're gonna add some ground turkey. Like I said before, most recipes that you would see the pastelón Leon would have ground beef. I've seen it with ground beef and sausage as well. For this recipe here, I'm gonna just do some ground turkey, which is fine. You can use any protein that you like. Yes, get it toasted up, nice and brown. A little bit of seasoning. Just a little bit of salt and pepper, that is. This is browning up very, very nicely. Yes, masterpiece looking nice. So from here, I'm gonna add a little tomato paste, a little color, a little more depth of flavor, but that much. We're gonna work that in here. Coming together. All right, so I'm gonna get me my green seasoning. Here it is. Like I said, there's green seasoning in the Latin culture in Puerto Rico and in the Dominican Republic. They call it sofrito. Around the Caribbean, they got different ways of how to make this. This is my special seasoning that I made. You can check how I made this in the link above on one of my episodes. I think it was my Virgin Islands chicken leg, but you can check the link in the description to see how I made this. Let's get this here. We're gonna add a couple, about that much. That looks good. This here is very, very, very flavorful. Love it. I use it for just about any cooking that I do. Fold that in. Smelling really good already. You're gonna continue building flavors on this. I got some cumin, put a pinch of cumin on top of that. Oh, yes. And of course, I like mine with a little bit of kick. So I'm gonna put my jerk seasoning in this. Put a little bit in here. Perfect. Wow, that jerk seasoning smelling up the whole house right now. How beautiful this looks. All these flavors are blending in. They're stewing in together. And it's time for us to put this masterpiece together. Looking really good. So everything is nicely cooked. We got our plantains, and it's about time for us to put this masterpiece together. We got our plantains, we've got our beef, we've got our cheeses, we've got the bowl we're gonna make this into. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray this baking dish so we can start building this. Oh, one thing I forgot to get, we need some eggs, of course. We can't do this without eggs. All right, here we go, we got our eggs. We need eggs to bind this together. All this is gonna come together in a nice, beautiful fashion. So the eggs would help that out, or bind it all together. And we're gonna flavor these eggs with a little bit of salt and pepper as well. I'm excited, this is smelling so good. Woo! Put a little bit of salt in here. So come on over guys, and watch me how I put this together. I will put a little bit of my egg mixture at the bottom. Okay? And then follow that, I would start lining some plantains. just like that. There is no special way to put this. How you would use lasagna sheets if you was making an Italian lasagna, same concept. But we're just using these plantains as the vessel to layer this seasoned turkey. So just cover the bottom just like this. If you have any gap spots open, that's fine. The eggs are gonna bind it all together. Now, that's that like that. So what we're gonna follow this with, some of this seasoned turkey. Ah, this smells so good. I cannot wait to dive into this. We're gonna spread this out. Probably gonna get 2 layers of this pasta, the pastelón. They gave my Spanish accent, but it can be tasting so good. I cannot wait to taste this. So this is what it looks like that. And then follow that, we're gonna add some spinach. This is my little twist to it. Now, why am I adding spinach? Because I like to do stuff a little differently. There's a little bit of nutritional value. So when I cut into it, I have a nice little color going on as well. Perfect. And then following that, I'm gonna put some mozzarella cheese. Yeah. Building flavors, baby. We're building a masterpiece. I got some mozzarella cheese, and I also got some cheddar cheese. Ah, yes. Perfect. Now follow that. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit more eggs on top. We're just basically layering. Just like that. Plantains, same way. Because once you guys taste this is gonna be insane. So let me finish putting it together. I'll be right back. South Florida, it's Chef Winston. So you're hosting a party and going all in on the DIY route. You've planned the menu, shopped, prepped, and now you're stuck washing pots and pans only to end up too tired to enjoy your event. Well, no need to stress anymore. We've got the perfect backup plan. We're bringing you the bold, vibrant flavors you love, just like you see on my weekly cooking show, delivered straight to your doorstep. Craving our melt-in-your-mouth ropa vieja, or maybe our pan-set key lime grouper with a coconut mojito sauce, or our signature tamarind jerk chicken. Whatever your taste buds desire, we've got your favorite Floribbean classic covered anywhere in South Florida. Check the description in the link below for details, and let's get some Floribbean goodness headed your way. Hot food delivered or picked up, done. Putting the last of the beef on this masterpiece. Look how beautiful this is layering up. Looking so nice. Last finishing touches. Top some more spinach on top. Oh yes. All this is some frozen spinach that I squeezed out. Just put it on top. I need to season my spinach just a touch. Just a little bit, not too much. You gotta have flavor, baby. Flavor. Yes. So, usually with this dish, you will see olives and raisins and stuff, but I don't too much care about alpha olives. But like I said, this is my version of this classical dish from Puerto Rico and Dominican, Santo Domingo, Santo, Boricua de Santos. I'm paying homage to you. Don't beat me up too bad by changing it up. Chef Winston likes to put his little twist to things and make it a little different. But you guys will enjoy this too. Put all this nice mozzarella cheese on top. Then we're gonna follow this here with some cheddar cheese. Spread it out nicely. So once it starts cooking in the oven, it's gonna bubble up nice. One more cheese here. We like a lot of cheese. And bring it in, make sure it's nice and neat. And we're gonna pour the balance of the eggs over. Let it seep through all of this. because once the egg sets up in this, it's gonna be a nice cut. So what I like to do is just poke a tad bit, not too hard, because we don't want to mess up our beautiful design. We just want the eggs to seep through, like this. Yeah, now from here, I've got an oven in the back, preheated at 350 degrees. We're gonna put this in and let this here cook for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm gonna check it in 20 to see where we're looking at, okay? Put it here. Woo, looking beautiful. Let that cook and I'll be right back. Okay, let's take a look at what this is looking like. Looking good. So far, it's been in the oven for about 45 minutes. A surefire way to tell if this is cooked, get you an internal thermometer. Stick the internal thermometer into the center, just like this. If it's registering at 165 or more, that means it is done. So this bad boy here is done. We're gonna take it out. I would recommend letting it rest for a little bit first. So this is all done. You just checked it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Loving how this is looking. You saw I tested, it was registering at 165. That's what we're looking at. That's a good way for you to tell. So get you a nice internal thermometer. You can get those from the grocery store. They're less than $8. So great investment to have. So we're gonna let this rest. Let's give it about 15 minutes before we dive into it and cut into it, because we want to have some nice, beautiful squares. I'll be right back. I can't wait to dive into this. So this been setting for 15 minutes. So I'm gonna cut it so we can see what this masterpiece is looking like. So far it's cutting really, really good. Oh my gosh. The smell is nice. Diving in. Woo, getting the perfect slice. Look how clean that came out. Take a look at this. How perfect does this look? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to dive in and taste this. Look at the layers. Can you see the layers inside of this here? Nicely set up. Let's give this here a taste. Now it's time to taste this masterpiece. Oh, it's been sitting. The smell is phenomenal. Yo. Wow. One more time. Oh, yo, let me tell you something. And in a moment, this one really made me want to spin around. The flavors that I'm getting with this, I'm getting hit with sweet, savory, a little spiciness from my jerk seasoning, the delicateness. Everything in this here just works. Quick recap. This beautiful dish, oh my gosh, the Puerto Rican plantain lasagna. This has sweet plantains. I peel the plantains, I slice them to enhance the flavor, because once you fry sweet plantains, it pulls out more sugar. Tastes really, really good. And I had my ground turkey. Usually they use ground beef for this, but I use ground turkey, seasoned it up, and cooked it with some onions, peppers, garlic. Cooked all that down together with some tomato paste, or you can use some tomato sauce. Sofrito, well actually I call it my green season, don't forget to check that out. Flavor it up with a little bit of cumin and a little bit more salt. Oh my gosh, once that was stewed down, we start assembling the whole situation. It was all about layers of plantain, layers of turkey. We put spinach for a nutritional value and to make it look good actually. Then we put cheese, mozzarella cheese, we put cheddar cheese, and we repeat the process all over again. And we bind it all together with some simple mixed eggs, beaten eggs. That's all that was. This tastes amazing. You guys gotta give this a shot. Let me go for one more time on this one. Oh man, oh. Guys, this one here, once again, say it with me. This one here is a winner. Please, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You like this content that I'm bringing you guys? I got many more coming. Please, like, comment, share. Make some comments. Let me know what you would like to see me cooking. And don't forget to please hit that notification bell so you don't miss one single episode. Every single week, Tuesday at 7 p.m., I'm dropping a brand new video. Guys, let me go enjoy this. Until next time, cheers.